Want to create viral short form videos like the one you are seeing on the screen right now? You are in the right place. In this video, I will break down these 3 animations completely from scratch in After Effects, so even total beginners can follow along. All plugins and assets I use are linked in the description below. Let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the first one. First thing, we're gonna start by creating our composition. We're gonna make it 1080 by 1920 so it's vertical. Now we're gonna import our logo. We're gonna scale it a bit. Then we're gonna select the pen tool, make sure to uncheck the fill and change the stroke color to black. Then we're gonna trace our logo. Make sure the stroke width match with the logo dimensions. We're gonna add some points here and the borders. We're gonna adjust the position of some points a bit. Then we're gonna unselect that shape here, zoom a bit here, and using the pen tool again, we're gonna draw over this shape in the center. Make sure to change the stroke width as well. We're gonna follow up this path. Then we finished tracing our shape here. We're gonna uncheck the stroke and change the fill color, make it white. Then we're gonna bring up our first shape. Then using the TrimPack plugin, we're gonna add trim path effect to it. Easy keyframe and copy my graph. Then you're gonna select the beginning of the dot shape here and hit the trace in icon here. Just make sure here to remove the secondary path. We're gonna bring up the second shape at the beginning. Let's rotate it a bit and scale it down. Then we're gonna remove this part here so as we don't need them. You change the color to black. Then Then we're gonna link it with the null object. So you see that plug icon will follow the tracing path of the first shape layer. Move the anchor point here. Then we're gonna scale it a bit and position it right there. As the animation or the trim path ends, we're gonna add a position, rotation, and scale keyframe. Then just copy my animation here. Hit G on the keyboard so you can move the handles. Then you're gonna select the first and the last keyframes and hit F9 on the keyboard. Easy. Then go to the graph editor and copy my graph here. We're gonna play with keyframes in the middle a bit, so we have the best animation. Then to make the animation look a bit smooth, we're gonna move the second animation of the plug icon a bit earlier so it runs smoothly. We're gonna create a new solid layer, then add fill effect on it. We change the color to green, and we're gonna change the plug icon color to green also. After that, we're gonna create a new circle. Make sure the color is black. Move it behind the plug icon. We're gonna cut the layer here using the Alt and left bracket on the keyboard. Then open the shape, fill, and add keyframe for the color. Move the keyframe here, and before the plug icon take its place, we're gonna change the color to green. Then we're gonna open the shape path and add keyframe for the path. Then when the plug icon took its place, we're gonna select those 2 points and move them to the bottom. Bring up the original logo so we can follow. Move it on top. Then select the shape layer and hit the G from the keyboard. Then move these points to trace the same logo or the original logo. And you can hit shift in the keyboard so you can add more points here and move them as well. Lastly, we're gonna add a fade in effect for that circle. Now we are almost done with the logo animation. Last thing, gonna add echo effect for that black icon. Then just copy my settings here, change the echo time, the numbers of the echoes, and the decay. Make sure to change the echo operator to maximum here, and enable motion blur for all layers. Now let's see how it looks. We're just gonna adjust the starting intensity and the decay. Then we have our animation ready. After that, we're gonna create a new composition, with the same dimensions. Then we're gonna import the first comp, which has our logo animation. Now, to remove the green background, you're gonna add key light effect, and using the pick whip here, you can select the green color. Let's create a new slider and the fill effect, and change the color to black. Then you're gonna draw a circle, and you're gonna add fill effect and change the color to pink. Then add fast box blur effect and increase the radius value. And scale it and move it hit. Then we're gonna add 4 color gradient effect for our logo. Move the points here. Let's add a keyframe for the 4 colors and move it here. And copy and paste the keyframes. Then move on the first keyframe and change the color to white. And then the second keyframe, you're going to change the color to the same as the original logo colors. You can add deep glow effect to it. You can add some extra sauce effect to it. We can make it look more better by adding the deep glow effect to it. Here we come to the glass part. So to add it, I'm gonna use Motion Pro plugin and the Liquid Glass Kit by Bento Motion. You can download it for free from the link in the description below. Select this glass animation 15. So it will be auto added to the comp. I'm gonna go inside the comp, you can remove this part, and select the first layer, which name as controller, then reduce the size of the box. So now we have this animation. Let's go back to the logo animation, then we can add a scale up the plug icon at the very beginning. Then as the plug icon enter back or hit the P, you're gonna add a bounce effect. Just copy my keyframes here. Lastly, I'm gonna add the background. If you don't know how to create it, I'll put the link of the tutorial down below so you can create it by yourself, or I'm gonna provide it with the project files. Let's add the hue and saturation effect to it and change it to pink and reduce the contrast a bit and make it more darker. Let's add the fading effect to it. And lastly, I'm gonna add some text. Then using the TextExploder plugin, I'm gonna split this text layer into words. So each word is in separated layer. There is another scripts free to use. I'm gonna put them in the description below. Then last but not least, we're gonna add some bounce and sliding up animation using the position keyframes and the Bouncr plugin. Then using the motion tools to plugin or script, we're gonna sequence the layers. Just copy my settings here. Then you're gonna go to Emojipedia to search for package emoji so you can add it. You're gonna copy it as the image, then using the copy paste plugin, you're gonna paste it directly in our composition. Let's scale it a bit. Then we're gonna search for Money 3D GIF. I found this GIF, so I'm gonna use it. Let's just save it. Then to remove the white background, we're gonna add linear color key effect. Then select the white color. Let's scale it and position it right here. Then we're gonna add some deep glow to make it look more better. Then just add a bounce, slide up or scaling animation to both layers. And to extend the duration of this animation or to make it loop, you're gonna use the Loopy plugin. It's free. Just hit this icon here and then animation will loop. Lastly, we're gonna add adjustment layer and apply a transform effect to it. So we can add zoom out animation at the very beginning using the scale parameters here. Then just copy my graph. And just like that, we have done with our first animation. Now let's move on to the second one. Now, starting with the second animation, we're gonna start by creating our composition. We're gonna keep the same dimension, so it's 1080 by 1920. Then we're gonna select the rectangle tool, then double click here, change the fill color to brown. Then we're gonna select the rounded rectangle tool and check the mask option here. Then we're gonna draw shape here, so it's the first face of our box. Then using the wheel from our mouse, we're gonna scroll up so we can increase the roundness of the corners. Then select shape and make sure to enable the 3D option here. And make sure our view is classic 3D. You can select it, then hit Y on the keyboard, then move the anchor point in the center here. Select the first shape and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Move from the active camera view to custom view. Then while selecting the second shape, move the anchor point in the left corner here, or you can move it in the active camera view, then go back to custom view. Then we're gonna select the y-axis here and rotate it by 19 degrees. After that, we're gonna duplicate it, then move it to the second side. Then we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna duplicate it, move the anchor point on the other side or the opposite side. Then we're gonna rotate it by 19 degrees. If you wanna rotate in the custom view, just hit Shift and 1 from the keyboard. Then using the mouse, just click and drag so you can move around in the 3D space. Then you're gonna select this face, then duplicate it, move the anchor point at the bottom here, then rotate it in the x-axis by 19 degrees. You're gonna move in the 3D space, then as you see here, we need to fill out this empty space. So select those 4 points here, then hit Ctrl T on the keyboard so you can transform the points, then move the 4 points at the other end of the box. Now we have our 3D box. Now we need to create our 3D box for flops. So to do this, we're gonna duplicate the first face, then we're gonna hit Y on the keyboard so we can move the anchor point, move it on the top here. Then you're gonna rotate it, just like that. Hit S on the keyboard, then unlink the scale options, then decrease the first value to something around 60. Then we're gonna do this for the rest of our box. Then we're gonna select our box for flops parts, then hit R on the keyboard, add X rotation. After that, we're gonna move to the beginning and we're gonna close our box. So we have opening up animation for our 3D box. Select all keyframe and this is Lastly, we're gonna add gradient ramp for our faces. You can select those colors. Then we need to prevent the gradient points from moving. So to do this, you're gonna alt click on the start of the ramp. Then you're gonna type this expression here. Then just copy it, right click here and hit copy expression only and paste it on the end point of the ramp. Then the position of the points is gonna be changed or messed up. So we're just gonna move them again to their places. Then just copy the gradient ramp effect and paste it for the other parts of the box. Then you're going to create a new composition while keeping the same dimensions. Import our box here from the first comp. Then you're going to bring up our previous background and the gradient light. Then here, if you enable just 3D or our 3D box, you see it will be flat. So we're just going to enable the raster size option here. Then go to the custom view and hit Y on the keyboard. Then move the anchor point on the center of our box. Create position, scale and rotation keyframe. Then just copy my keyframe or my animation here. Then select all the keyframe and easy ease them and copy my graph here. We can play with our keyframes a bit. After that, we're gonna search for Nike logo as PNG. I'm gonna copy this image. Then using CopyPasta plugin, I'm gonna paste it in our comp. Make sure it's 3D. I want to position it in this face of our box, so we're gonna link it using this whip here with our first shape or our first face, but we're gonna keep holding shift from the keyboard, so it's going to take the same position and rotation and scale values of our face. As you see here, it's already taking place. So we're just gonna scale it a bit and reduce the opacity. You might notice some tiny issues here, so to fix this, I'm just gonna bring it a bit in front. Then you're gonna create a new rectangle. You're gonna apply the roughen edge and make sure to copy my settings so you have a rounded rectangle. Then you can save it as custom preset so you can save a ton of time. Then duplicate it and resize the new shape layer. Then move it in the left here. Then you're gonna add some text here. After that, I'm gonna draw progress bar here using the pen tool. Change the color to white. Then duplicate it, reduce the opacity of the first one, change the color for the second one to green. Then I'm gonna add a trim path effect for the second shape. I will add this Nike logo here. Add the fill effect and change the color to white. After that, I found this Figma file, which has those icons here. One of them, I'm gonna use it, this one. You can just save it as PNG here, or if you have Overlord plugin, you can use it to import it easily into After Effects composition. I'm gonna change the color here. Then move the flat icon and search for delivery truck icon. Import it into our composition and create it. I'm gonna track mat it with this box, then we're gonna show it again, and make sure to link it with the same box too. Let's search for this Nike Jordan shoes, copy it and go to remove background site website. Then just import it into our composition, rotate it and add drop shadow effect to it. Just copy my settings here. Then you're gonna track mat it with this white box. Make sure to show it again. Then we're gonna select the green progress bar, move at the beginning and trace the path. Make sure to remove the second trim path effect. Now we're just gonna link this yellow box or this yellow shape with the null object. Then lastly, I'm gonna add a small scale up and rotation animation for our yellow box here. Here I'm gonna add some text animation using the Presetify plugin. You can get it for free from the link in the description below. Then I'm gonna add some animation for our elements. After you finish animating our elements, you're gonna select all layers and pre-compose them. Make sure to enable 3D and the raster size options. Then, after the progress bar filled up, you're gonna cut out this track icon using the Alt and the right bracket from the keyboard. Then you're gonna select our pen tool, change the color to black, and draw a check mark here. Make sure to reduce the stroke width, then just add a trim path effect to it using the TrimPack plugin. Now we have this animation. Then we're gonna create the light coming out from our box after it gets opened. So to do this, we're gonna select the shape tool or the pen tool, then draw a shape like this. Move it behind our layers and apply linear wipe effect to it. Then I'm gonna copy the gradient drop effect from our 3D box and copy my settings in linear wipe effect here. After that, reduce the opacity of this shape layer and make sure it's 3D. We're just gonna position it in our 3D space so it's behind our box, but it's up front or of our animation of the shoes. Then we are not gonna we're gonna leave it as it is. We're gonna add fade in or we're gonna animate the light coming out from our box by animating our linear wipe effect. Then I'm gonna go ahead in this Figma file which has this macros cursors. Then I'm gonna select this hand pointer. Then you can export it as PNG here, then import it to After Effects. Or if you have Overlord plugin, you can just select it and click this icon and it will be auto added into our composition. I'm gonna scale it a bit and rotate it like this. Then hit Y on the keyboard and make sure the anchor point is in the top of this finger here. You're gonna create a new rectangle layer and apply roughen edge effect to it. Then right click on it, go to lifestyle and gradient overlay. I'm gonna open this panel here, change the blending mode to multiply, reduce the opacity, and you can just copy my settings here. Then we're gonna add stroke, change the color to pink. And make sure here in blending options and advanced, make sure to reduce the fill opacity to 0. Then lastly, we're gonna add outer glow, then change the color to pink and just copy my settings here. Once we have this done, we're gonna create text layer, start place order, and position it in the center of our box. Then you're gonna go back to flat icon and search for shopping cart. We're gonna import this icon into our composition. Then apply fill effect to it and change the color to white. Select both the icon and the text layer and track mod them through the shape behind them, and make sure to show the shape again. Then add position and scale keyframes. We're gonna create tiny slide up with scaling up animation. Make sure all layers are 3D. Then we're gonna add a position, scale, and rotation keyframes for our hand pointer. Then go a bit earlier in the timeline, move it out of the scene here, and hit G in the keyboard so you can select the handles and make a curved path here for our cursor. Select all layers and easy ease them. Then at the end of the position animation, you're gonna create scale keyframe. Then on the middle of and in between those two keyframes, you're gonna reduce the scale. So we have a click animation. Then you're gonna create a new camera layer. Make sure it's 50mm here. Then create a new null layer and make sure it's 3D and link the camera layer with it. Then replicate this step again with another null object. Let's add a position keyframe here. Move bit and time and move all the scene at the bottom here. As you see here, the shoes elements isn't moving, so we're just gonna go inside our comp. Then make sure to enable a 3D option for all layers except that null object which has traced path effect on it. Always, if you see some tiny issues here, just make sure to separate the Z position for layers. So in this case, I'm gonna move the black background or the black rectangle a bit further. Then you can just scale it or position it as it was before. Perfect. Make sure to enable 3D for the cursor. And now after easing our keyframes for the null object, as you see here, we're gonna move into the peak of this graph here, then select all layers and then you're gonna create a fill keyframe for this solid layer, change the color to white. And at the peak point of our graph, we're gonna cut all the layers using the left bracket and Alt from the keyboard. Then we can add a fade out animation as well too. Then go at the end of the position animation for the null object and create a new rectangle shape layer. Apply a rough edge effect to it. Make sure it's 3D, then position it in this place here. Select this pink UI shape and add position and scale keyframes for it. Then go at this part of the timeline and move the shape here. We're gonna scale it a bit and just make it look as you see here. Then hit U in the keyboard 2 times. Go to graded overlay and add a keyframe animation for the opacity and for the colors. Change the gradient colors as you see here. Then you can reduce the opacity as well too. We're gonna do the same for the stroke. So we're gonna add an opacity keyframe, then move here and reduce the opacity to 0. Select all keyframes, then ease them. After that, we're gonna create a new text layer. Then select both them and link them with the shape layer behind them. Duplicate that shape layer. And you're gonna duplicate this block box here, or this block shape here. Open all the keyframes and remove all the keyframes from that shape, so we don't have a messed up animation. Then move it here, in the bottom. We can reduce the opacity of this so it's different from the other ones. Then we're just gonna link them with the second shape layer behind them. Then you're gonna select the pen tool, hitting G from the keyboard. Make sure to increase the stroke width a bit and the color is black. Then from the properties option here, we're gonna select a rounded cup. Select the shape layer from the properties panel here, then hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Then move in the bottom here Then we're gonna move it down. Hit G in the keyboard again so we can make it longer a bit. You're gonna move it a bit up, and you're gonna reduce the opacity for both of them. You can adjust the stroke width a bit. Then you're gonna select the main shape layer and reduce the opacity. Make sure it's 3D. Then to move it into that shape layer behind them, you're just gonna link them with that shape layer while holding shift on the keyboard so it took the same values for the position and scale. Then we're going to select those three shape layers, then pre-compose them. Make sure to enable the 3D and the raster size options with the anchor point here. Then we're just going to duplicate them multiple times while positioning each comp. Then we're going to select all the comps, make a position keyframe, then move them on the right out of the screen. We're going to do the same for the first shape layer at the top. Then select all the keyframes and easy ease them and copy my graph here. After that, make sure while selecting all the composition and that shape layer, go to the motion tool and sequence the layers. Lastly, you're going to create text. Make sure it's 3D and position it like this here. Then you can apply any text animation you know. I'm going to apply this bouncing text with glow and fading color fading out. Then I'm gonna copy this Nike logo, paste it here in the comp. I'm just gonna link them with that shape layer while holding shift from the keyboard. Then just gonna move it and position it and scale it a bit. You're gonna track map them with that shape and link them with it. Then we're just gonna add slide up with scaling up animation for that Nike logo. Once you've finished creating this scene, make sure to select all layers and check the motion blur option. Lastly, you're gonna add a tiny, or we're gonna add this trim path effect for those two lines here. And just like that, we have finished creating the second animation or the second scene. Hope you guys enjoyed creating it. And now we're gonna move to the last animation. Now, starting up with the last animation, we're gonna do the same, starting by creating new composition and importing our background and that lighting shape layer. Then you're gonna go ahead and open this Figma file, which has this iPhone mockup. You can just import it as PNG, or you can remove some parts and export it separated as PNG into After Effects, or if you have Overlord plugin, just select it and hit this icon so it will be auto added into our comp as shape layers. We're gonna remove those two layers, we don't need them. Then you're gonna move it in the center and scale it. Next up, you're gonna search for iPhone lock screen. I found this Figma file. So you're gonna select this lock screen and you're gonna import it into After Effects. Make sure to position it here, and you're gonna track matte it with the subtract layer here. You're gonna scale it so it fits the phone screen. Then again, you're gonna go to Figma and open this iOS kit. Then you will find this notifications UI part. So you're gonna duplicate one of them and you're gonna change the text tail to PayPal. If it does ask you to change the font, so just type SF Pro Display as it is Apple font. Change the text here. And we need to change the logo, so just type PayPal logo on. We'll save this one to use it. Then here just select replace image and select the PayPal one. You can drag it here so we can see it clearly. Now if we have few options here, you can use them or try them. I'm just gonna make sure here the background color is white, and you're gonna increase the opacity a bit, and it's gonna import into After Effects. I have it imported here using the Overlord plugin, so I'm just gonna add some text animation or the typewriter animation for this text, and some scaling up and position animation. Then just import it into the main comp here. You can add a fade in and post sliding up animation for this PayPal notification. We're going to create a new camera layer and do the same as we did in the second animation. Then here we're gonna add a new text layer. Let's make this bold and the second one light. Then you can add any text animation. I'm gonna add the same text animation I did in the last scene. And here I'm gonna add slide left animation. Then you're gonna cut it here. You're gonna remove the text animation from the cut it did or the second text layer. You're gonna cut it again. Then you're gonna just change the text. Then you can apply any text animation for those two text layers too. Then select all layers and link them with null object. Hit Alt in the keyboard and apostrophe at the same time, so we have this grid here so you can see. Go before the end of the first text animation, then make a position keyframe. Move bit here and move all the text on the middle, then move again and move them on the left again. Select all keyframes and easy ease them. Then we're gonna move them behind the phone. Add the brightness and contrast effect for the iPhone lock screen. We're gonna animate the brightness. So before the PayPal notification appeared, we're gonna add shine effect by increasing the brightness. Before the ending of the position animation for the first null object, you're gonna create another position for the second null object. Then move here, and after that you're gonna zoom a bit out and move the phone as it was at the beginning. Then after the text goes behind the iPhone, we're gonna cut it using Alt and right bracket from the keyboard. Then you're gonna search for room POV images. Import it into After Effects. Move the layer behind the phone. add fading effect using the opacity keyframes. Then apply Gaussian blur effect to it. You can add some extra effects like curves or CC vignette. Make sure it's track matted through that subtract layer. We're gonna add fade in out animation and a CC vignette effect to it. Actually, I did it like that image, so I'm just gonna use the same one I did use in my original video. I'm gonna provide it with the assets in the link down below, so don't worry. Then I searched for iPhone camera Figma file, so I found this one. Let's go inside it. Let's duplicate it and move it here out. Then you're just gonna remove the image and the background. Then you're just gonna export it as PNG. Let's import it into our scene. Document it with the same subtract layer. Make sure it's 3D and scale it. Then after that, we're gonna pre-compose it. Make sure to select the first option here. Let's go inside the comp and select the shape tool or the rectangle tool. Then we're gonna cut out each part from this UI separately, so we can animate them using the position keyframes. Then we're gonna import the second scene that we created already, so we can copy the 3D box composition from it to use it here. Let's import it here. Then we're gonna go at the end and remove all the keyframes so we don't have messed up composition. Let's move it a bit further here and position it. Then we're gonna add a rotation and bouncing animation, so just follow me along here. Then we're gonna go to the second scene comp again. Then we're gonna copy that lightning coming out from the box. So we can use it here as well too. Make sure it's fragmented with the same subtract layer. Then we need to generate a 3D model of the Nike shoes that we did use earlier. This extra step, I didn't use it in my video, but I said why not to use it here. So we're gonna go inside this website, click on 3D model generator, then you're gonna import our image here and just click generate and let the AI do its work. Now we have our model here. As you see, the highest quality and it looks so much realistic. So we're just gonna save it as JLB files to use it. Go into our 3D box comp, import it, enable this option here and hit OK. Then you're gonna add rotation and sliding up animation. Just follow me along here. Then select that shoes or that 3D model and pre-compose it. You're gonna bring the view model to classic 3D again. And make sure to check the 3D option for the shoes comp. Then go to custom view and move it at the center of our box. Then select that lightning layer or that light layer coming out from our box and select the circle or the ellipse tool. Make sure to check the mask option here and draw a mask at the start of our lightning. Then go to the mask option and select subtract. Then we're just gonna increase the feather a bit. Now we're gonna open the Animation Composer plugin. It's free plugin. You can download it from the link in description down below. Go to Shape Elements and you're gonna select this rectangle frame. Let's hit Add, and so we can add it into our composition. Then we're gonna go inside this frame comp, select the first null object, which is the controller. Then we're gonna play with the values a bit, scale it and increase the stroke width. Just follow me. Go to Emojipedia again and search for fire emoji. Then apply a transform effect to it. Select the position keyframe from the transfer panel. And you're gonna add sliding up animation. Then just apply fading out effect to it, and you're gonna reduce the duration of this layer. Then we're gonna duplicate it. Let's search for heart emoji. Import here. Then we're gonna select the 3 duplicated layers and select the heart layer. Hold Alt on the keyboard and drag it above those 3 layers so it will be auto replaced. Then we can just position them again. You can add deep glow effect to it and reduce the opacities. You're gonna create a new camera movement, so make a position keyframe for the first null object. Then move a bit in the timeline and add a zoom in animation, so just increase the Z position a bit. As you see here, this is in 3D, so it's not moving with the other elements, so we're just gonna go inside frame comp and make sure all layers are 3D. Then we're gonna easy ease the keyframes, and again we're gonna move at the peak of that graph. Then you're gonna cut all layers using Alt and the right bracket from the keyboard. You're gonna duplicate that background or that solid layer, move it here. Then you're gonna type some text here. After that, you're gonna go search for incognito GIF. I found this one, so I'm just gonna save it to use it. After you imported it, you're gonna cut it out using the ellipse tool, and to remove the white background, you're gonna apply a linear color key effect to it and select the white color. Create a new adjustment layer and apply CC Spotlight effect to it. You're gonna open the effects CC Spotlight options, and from here we're gonna link the two option with the from option, so we're just gonna move one point and the other one will follow it. Apply keyframe for the height, from and con angle, then just follow me here so you can create this spotlight animation. After that, I did import this eye emoji. We're gonna add a position animation for it. So it's slide out scene. Then you're gonna add zoom in animation again. So you're just gonna do the same. Add position keyframe for the second null option or null object. Then move it and increase the Z position. Then you're gonna duplicate the solid layer. Change the color to white, and you're gonna type this text. I'm gonna add another text here and apply word up from Presetify plugin. Then you're gonna import this message bubbles as vector. I'm gonna provide it with assets down below so you can get it for free. Let's import this one. Make sure to check the 3D and the raster size option. You're gonna flip it horizontally, then search for sender or voltage emoji here. Position it here and make sure it's 3D. Then next to it, we're gonna add the fire emoji that we did use before. Make sure to drag and map them through that message bubble. You're gonna move the anchor point this left bottom corner here. Then we can add scaling up with some rotation animation and maybe some sliding up animation as well. And here I did import this 3D geometric layers I did use in one of my old videos. I will add it in with the elements and assets in description down below. It's already animated and prepared, so don't worry. Just apply a Gaussian blur effect to it, and you're gonna select the ellipse tool and draw a mask in the center here. Change the mode to subtract and increase the feather. And then hit E twice on the keyboard so you can open the effects panel. Go to Gaussian blur, composition options, hit plus icon and change the mask one. So you now have the Gaussian blur effect applied only through that mask layer. Now lastly, you're gonna add a zoom out animation and make sure the peak at the end of our animation or our layers . Let's copy the solid layer again, the black solid layer again. We're gonna add text layer. We're gonna add those two text layers. Then select the pen tool, draw a line here, change the color to pink, make sure it's 3D, move it behind. Then you're gonna add trim path effect to it. Then you can apply some text animation. But for the CSS text here, you're gonna track matte it with that shape layer, so it will be shown only through that shape layer. Then we're just gonna open the fill option for that shape layer. We're gonna add keyframe for the color, move it and change it to blue. Then you're gonna change it back to yellow. Then we can change it back to pink. Apply typical effect to it and play with it as you want. So now we have this cool animation. You may see here or notice that the text layer is showing like outside dot shape layer. So to fix this, you're gonna duplicate one of the shape layers that we track matted with them and hide it, then remove the below from it. And with that being said, we have finished creating the third scene, and with it, we have finished all the 3 scenes animation. I hope you guys enjoyed creating it with me, and let me know if you have any question or you want any assist in the comment section down below. Let me know if you have any ideas for the next videos, and stay tuned for the next tutorials. And with that being said, peace.